bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. 8 weeks following Hurricane Matthew, and evidence of the storm's visit still lingers and litters the streets and communities of Grand Bahama. Member of Parliament for Pine Ridge and Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, leading the charge to put together cleanup crews that have been hard at work for the past 6 weeks.
Cleaning up. This is a very important basketball court to the community, and we had a lot of trees, very old trees in the area, and as you can see, all of them came down. So we're here today to clean this up to make sure that the kids have a place where they can function effectively. Our cleanup program is going on quite well on the entire island of Grand Bahama, but specifically for me as the Member of Parliament for Pine Ridge, I'm in the community doing the necessary cleanup so we can move into phase 2, which is the restoration phase, where we start to do repairs to individual homes.
Activist Troy Garvey assisting with the cleanup of the back of town community. He says residents have grown tired of the debris and they're elated to see persons within the community assisting with the cleanup.
It's becoming a vexation, an infestation. And so today we decided to come, we're back in the back of town. We already been out to Marco City, we done been on 8 Mile Rock, we done been out to Pine Ridge, and now we're in the back here trying to clean up the park. The gentlemen normally play the basketball, there's nobody been in the back here yet to touch it. And so I think what he's done with Dr. Darville, the initiative he has taken, I think it was excellent because it helped a lot of people in the different line areas who had debris just sitting there for weeks after the hurricane. And so other areas have not even been touched yet. And sanitation is out there. We see sanitation out there trying to get it done, but we just want to encourage the people in Grand Bahama to just be patient.
In other news, for over 15 years, Freeport Gospel Chapel has hosted Christmas City in December. But this year, because of Hurricane Matthew, the school was forced to forego their annual festivities for something smaller. Kimberly Mullings explains.
We don't have to do as much work.
I'm looking forward to it'll be a lot of children, it'll be a lot of games out here.
Students Nakeem Lightborn and Ellie Gibson were both ready for the day ahead. Freeport Gospel Chapel School did something new. Instead of having their annual Christmas City, the school held their first annual Jingle All the Way Day, allowing students to have a fun day in good cheer. Principal Raquel Albury says it was important for students to celebrate the holidays, especially after Hurricane Matthew.
Being a Christian school, our aim is to always put God first and to let our students know that. So as a result, we downscaled our celebrations. We made it into a mini fun day, invited our parents to come on out and have lunch with their children. Our students will put on the performances, so they're still going to get that Christmas feel. We're going to put everybody in the mood for Christmas. We're still going to celebrate Christ, and our students are still going to have fun.
Principal Albury says administration could not have done it without the parents.
Our parental support is always 100, so we know that this courtyard is going to be filled with parents today to come and enjoy the lunch with their children. And we have parent volunteers today working different stations, so our parents are tremendous.
Students Malik Wilson and Shia Carey looked forward to the day.
Jingle All the Way Day is like Christmas Day, when you get to spend some time with your family.
It's about having fun, and then when everybody has fun before exams, so like we have little games the children can play.
Head girl Angel Seymour and head boy Cedric Hepburn thought Jingle All the Way Day was the perfect way for students to relax and unwind before crunch time.
I think it's awesome because we can just eat with our parents, sit down, have fun. No teaching today, thank you, because next week all there is exams, thumbs down. So this is a good way to just lift everybody's spirits before everybody's spirits fall next week.
I think that Jingle All the Way Day is a good celebration. Like, it's a good event before exams. And I think it's good to have a little fun before we get into our test.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
What an excited group of kids. Well, a big concert planned for this Saturday. Alive hosted a free concert in New Providence last weekend, which featured a number of Bahamian artists, and now they are bringing that same thing here to Grand Bahama. Chief Alive champion Johnny Engel is encouraging persons to come out.
We are a 100% Bahamian-owned business. Our brand is uniquely infused with the culture, energy, vibrancy and passion of the Bahamas. So what better way to announce our store opening then with another free concert, especially for the people of Grand Bahama, right here at Pirates Cove Adventure Park on Taino Beach. There will be a family fun day between the hours of 12 and 5. Bring all the family, bring all the children. It's a free kids zone and there will be lots of fun for the family. And then we can switch it up from 5 to 9 p.m. that evening, where we have the best of Bahamian, grand Bahamian artists performing between the hours of 5 and 9 p.m. Again, there's no cover charge to attend this concert.
He adds that there will be lots of entertainment as well.
We're honoured to have KB perform, and he did a blistering set last Saturday, and I know he's going to do the same again this Saturday for us again. We have the Police Pop Band, we've got DJ Mono and DJ Steely.
Now the concert will be held this Saturday afternoon at Pirates Cove. Well-known businessman Thomas Smith will be laid to rest this weekend. Smith, a descendant of the Turks and Caicos Islands, was a pioneer in the business community, operating several establishments throughout Grand Bahama over the years. Tonight, his family members are reflecting on the contributions of the man known to many as T. Smith. Sabrina Brown reports.
Prominent businessman Thomas Smith, affectionately known as T. Smith, passed away on November 25th following an illness. His son Brian and daughter Biora reflect on the man they knew as Dad. They remember him as a role model and a man with a resilient spirit.
He nurtured us, he showed us, he always told us that honesty is the best policy. And he said, the only thing you really have is your name, and that's priceless. So he always told us to be honest and be upright.
Even during his last time in hospital, you know, the last thing he did when he got his speech back was laugh. If my daddy had just gotten up off that bed and say, come on now, Annie B, I'm ready to go, it would not have surprised me, because that was the type of person he was.
Brian says in addition to his love for family, his father was also committed to work. He established his first business, LMC Lumber in 8 Mile Rock, in 1973, and he recalls how his father got he and his siblings involved from day one.
We all went, and I can remember us pulling the roots out of the ground because my dad could not afford to pay the tractor to rip the property. So we actually pulled the roots out of the ground and have them burn before he cut the foundation to start his business. Nonetheless, he pressed on. After which he went on and he got his first mortgage.
T. Smith went on to purchase All Build Hardware and Lumber Company in 1988 and later opened a construction company, real estate and development company, and an auto and appliance store. Brian says his father had a heart of gold and helped many people, and customer service was key. Out of his death came the birth of the Thomas and Norma Smith Foundation. Brian says this will continue his father's legacy of helping those in need. T. Smith's cousin Hadley Forbes pledged his support to this noble effort.
Every year of my life when you established this, Brian, I would contribute $30,000 each year for the rest of my life in order for this educational foundation to help those persons.
This is no doubt a very difficult time for the Smith family. T. Smith's daughter Bloniva died at the age of 44 1 week prior to his passing. A double funeral service will be held on Saturday morning at Freeport Bible Church at 10 o'clock. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome. MJ from Freeport asked, I have a cold and I feel lousy. Will antibiotics help? This is such a timely question, especially since the weather is cooler this time of the year. Many patients like yourself request a prescription for antibiotics, at the community clinic or emergency room when they have symptoms of a common cold. They just want something that will make them feel better and assume that taking an antibiotic will do the trick. What most people don't know is that the common cold is caused by viruses and antibiotics do not work for treating viruses. In fact, most people don't know that taking an antibiotic for a common cold can do more harm than good. It can cause your body to develop resistance to certain antibiotics so that when you need them the most to treat more serious infections, they won't work. Sometimes a bacterial infection can follow a cold virus, especially if your symptoms do not respond to over-the-counter cold remedies. In this case, you may require antibiotics that your doctor can then prescribe. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
And as a check on sports when we return.